Right.
Hit the gamer word. What? Why? Why?
All right, Mason. You
Why am I at 9 health? What happened? Oh, we were on the boat.
Chul. You got jumped by
Yep.
Chules, and
And I got
you were the
absolutely
only one to
manhandled.
get slammed by them because everyone else took the ranged approach.
Yeah, that was bad.
Hunger of Hadar saved your guys' life. Let me tell you.
I don't know if it did. I couldn't
It did,
run.
no.
Okay, saved everyone but yours life. Also, I downplayed those Chules. They have an ability where if they bite you, so they can grab you with their tentacle, and they just once you're grappled, because if you get hit by attack, you're grappled. There's no save. They can multi attack, and they have a bite, and if they bite you, you're paralyzed.
Dang.
Guys, they had a 36 pack of Dr. Pepper Zero for $5 at Blanchard's.
Huge.
They have Dr. Pepper Zero?
Yeah, I that's the bit that I'm kind of like, but like, price huge. The one you bought questionable.
Okay, so Dr. Pepper 0 and Diet Dr. Pepper are the same thing, different label, and they both taste exactly like normal Dr. P.
Okay, I don't get either of those because I think they're both gross. And if I'm gonna drink battery acid, I want it to be disguised as an energy drink.
Oh, I'm gonna drop him.
So much for live streams.
I didn't say anything.
Okay. Nick, are you good? Are you ready? I don't know what you said.
I'm feeding cats.
Can't type.
You're feeding rats?
Close enough.
Cats?
Here, he's got like 16 of them.
What's the real number?
Well, all of them aren't inside right now, but I can count 4. And that's not the ones that are hiding either.
That's 12 less than 16.
Well, one of them I let outside already, so that's 5.
Okay, that's 11 less than 16.
Devin, you want to run recap?
Again?
I will not be taking notes.
Not really.
His face.
I will not be taking notes, you guys. You're cooked. At least who you are.
That is like my next evolution as being a better D&D player is to figure out a way that I can reasonably take notes because I just suck at it.
I'll take notes.
Do what I did.
Type them in
It's
the
like I
Discord as
write
you go along.
notes so bad that the next week I'm like, what is this? I don't even.
When I was a player, I didn't take notes once. Not once did I take notes, and I was the only one at my table, even though everyone else took notes. To know the entire plot of what's going on, to have the plot figured out, and to know every single thing that's happening with every single player at the table.
I mean,
Dang.
I don't
I
take
was a
notes.
little invested. Just a little.
A little bit.
I do little
think
pictures
that's-
of what I feel like will remind me of what's going on. That's my notes.
I
But you guys all think I take notes, so it works.
don't. I don't.
I mean, you
I've
did a good job summarizing everything for
I've
me.
seen your notebook scribbles before. I know you
I
don't.
did the entire summer of the campaign for Mackenzie without notes, and I did fantastic.
The Dr. P is security.
Cheers.
Oh, did
If you,
any of you?
I
Get,
don't take notes. I do fine. If you can not take notes and do fine, more power to you.
Did
That's not my
Matthew ever
question.
say it? Like Matthew officially had the kid, by the way.
Are you asking us? We're
No,
telling us.
I'm saying like I didn't know if he put it in the chat. I'm
No.
just telling you that he had the kid yesterday.
The kid.
Right on. Right on.
I don't know anything
today,
about it.
D&D.
I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I think it's a guy. Give me a sec.
The kid.
Even
like it
when
when
it
Bro.
sounds
By the way,
embarrassed,
Matthew's my closest friend, and I don't know this.
There it is.
oh, good.
You just pull a Mandalorian. The child.
His name is Jack Jack Alexander Scott. That is a crazy name.
Yeah, I
Oh,
Oh,
think.
he named it after my character.
I
Let's
think.
go. You gotta bring that up when it happened.
Honestly,
Named after my
I'm
kid.
pretty sure that the child is a girl.
Jack Alexander?
Yeah, yeah. Based off of the context that Devin has given me, which is none.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to
Bars.
take my gambling shot here and call it a 50-50.
You said it was a girl as well.
Anyway, okay.
It's always a 50-50. I either succeed or I don't.
I don't really. Do I do the whole campaign recap?
I can do it.
Well,
I can do it last time.
I have almost a whole essay here and just session recaps.
What work you ever did in high school?
Yeah, sure, go for it. I don't know which one of you wanted it, but sure, go for it. Honestly, I kind of want to know Riley's take on this.
Just last
Yeah, we should
session.
have Mackenzie do it.
Yeah, Mackenzie, what happened last session?
No takers.
No choosers.
Yeah, that's about
yeah.
what happened.
All right.
No, that checks out. It's about everything.
Exactly.
All the
That's great.
important things that happened were said.
How do you have a paragraph? How do you have an essay when it's like we didn't do that much?
I said from the entire campaign. I have like
Last
a
session.
paragraph
No.
for last session. I have 2 paragraphs for session 10.
Take it away,
Session
Micah.
6 is 2 paragraphs.
Take it away.
No, I want to see Riley. I want to see Riley's recap.
It's the last session.
Last few, to help
Last few?
give.
You got this. I believe in you.
It was bussin'.
To help give a more clear picture of where we're at and why.
3 days ago, 4 days ago, we walked into a town called Valeris. We were talking to a herbalist. He was emo. We talked to a blacksmith. He was concerned. And then Jack dissociated so hard that he saw our graves. We went to a tavern and met a man called Old Gar. And he was really mean to Sanric because Sanric was asking about our existence, and Oldgar has apparently seen our execution, which is wild. So we're dead. And we then spent the night in Oldgard's tavern, we also met Guy, but Guy's not here. So there's a guy, his name's Carl. He's from a different continent. And his continent is trying to figure out why our continent shut down, and his name is Carl. And he's pretty chill, and he's Russian.
Yes. Well.
Adjacent.
Yeah.
I thought I was almost thinking Arabic, but
Well, when
Arabic.
his accent changed every time I talked, because I can't hold a singular normal accent in my normal life, and then I try and do other ones, and it fails because my normal self can't hold an accent.
that's fair.
Based.
He started Russian.
Sanric had a freaky coma dream, but without being in a coma, and saw a big tree telling him what to do. But it killed Whisk's home, which used to be a chest that Sanric wore around his neck, but now he doesn't have a home, so I think he's just out now? Or no, he's in the staff. He's in the staff now. And then
She doesn't know about Whisk, I don't think.
I do my job well.
No, later.
I didn't
told
say
her-
anything about it, so...
I did.
Okay, cool, perfect.
I was told to give her a recap.
Well, when I asked, I was told not much, so I was like,
I hadn't done it yet.
what?
Interruption's crazy.
Hadn't done it yet. And then we woke up the next day, and we were waiting for Elros and Jordan to show up, and then they did. They found out that I know sign language, and that they were dead, but we didn't talk about either of those things. We got on a ship, were attacked by 2 Chuls, and now we're at sea. Did I miss anything?
3 trolls.
Where we're heading and why.
Number 2.
There was 2, and then you guys killed 1, and then a third one showed up.
That explains a lot.
I don't know what that says.
Spaced out in the middle there.
Okay.
I think that's it.
Thanks, Nick.
So has... Yeah, go ahead.
This music is giving mad Stardew vibes.
Isn't it?
Sorry, I zoned out wholeheartedly trying to focus on the music and be like, what in the world?
What is that melody?
What is that? Okay.
That is a Sigma alt. From Overwatch. My bad.
What? Don't worry about it.
He goes,
I don't know.
when he ults, he goes, "What is that melody?" And then
Oh yeah.
he kills everybody.
We've been over this, Nick. I've never played Overwatch.
I'm the one who referenced it.
So, it's when Magneto goes into the air.
Gotcha. I still don't get that, but
Yeah.
I know Magneto. Okay, anyway, moving on regardless. We're only a little bit late. So, continuing on the boat, right where we left off, the Chules have been defeated. Your party has been sort of weakened. I forgot to account for NPCs when I planned that accounting. And you guys are continuing toward, I don't remember what direction I told you. The direction that Uldgar gave you.
East, west, east, southeast.
Southeast.
Do we
West,
remember how long it would take to get there?
He didn't give you a time. He just said,
Okay.
sail
He just said,
straight
"Go this
in
way
this
until it
direction
land."
and
said
be
sail into
careful
the
of
direction.
things.
He said things will attack you. The boat is not prepared.
There were
Like,
harpoons.
I got a really important question.
Okay.
Where's Kadek?
On the boat.
Okay.
I
What
was
if I
sure-
spoke to Kadek?
Don't do him like that.
What do you walk up and talk to Katic?
No, I was just.
Okay.
Would you do his voice?
I would try. It's just gruff dwarf.
I'm going to cure wounds at the second level on myself.
Okay.
And ask if anyone else is wounded.
Damn.
I don't think Carl took any damage.
I'm below half.
You are?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay, I'll second level cast cure wounds on her.
Malware bites go away.
33 health.
Dang,
Amazing. That's full health.
That's
Cool.
huge. That's second level?
Yep. I rolled 3 8 out of the 6 dice. Or
Carl.
5 dice.
Carl puts his hand up and goes, I could use a little bit of assistance.
With healing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna first level cast cure wounds.
He's not too bad. First level's about all he needed.
Okay.
Thank you, friend.
Oh, he gets 18 as a treat.
That's crazy.
I'm rolling
He needed,
good.
Like 5. Chase is just like, you're fine. You don't need that. I don't know what Chase is at.
How long does my totem last? Oh, okay, never mind. Well, after the battle's finished, never mind. There's no point, probably. I'll do it anyway while I have it. My hawk gives me advantage on perception checks.
Okay.
So I would go to the side of the boat and look out, make sure we're okay.
Alright, you can make a perception check.
16.
You look out on the water, and you can kind of see the one that got knocked into the water and the trail of blood in the water as it slowly was sinking down. And it looks like that one has returned to where it came and is not coming to mount a second attack, as it looks like it barely escaped with its life.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just look at everyone and be like, I think we'll be good for a while. I don't see anything else.
Do you think we should try to push the other two bodies into the water so that the weight doesn't affect our travel speeds?
This is crazy. Next
I don't know.
thought.
I'm not the sailor. As I like settle and all of a sudden I start feeling the weight of the shifting of the boat underneath me and I start getting sick again. After battle, like it tied my stomach up in knots and now it's like unraveling and I'm like
The adrenaline wears off.
I'm gonna walk up to these things. What are they? Like, are they beast abominations?
Would you like to make a... Oh, I would make this an Arcana check.
$13.
You haven't heard much about creatures like this. I mean, you've heard stories of creatures of similar size and existence, being water, but like legend, and most like myth and legend has some seed of truth to them. But you don't know like what its nature is or where it came from or how it is to be.
Okay.
For those who want to know, there's a picture of it in Art Drops that Nick sent last time.
Well, we might as well drag it off. I don't see any use of it. I'll probably like get Caddick's help.
Say through the
whoever.
combined might of Caddick and Chase, they're able to just like shove it overboard, and splashes into the water, and you just watch as it just sinks straight down. Streams of blood into the water.
I'm gonna ask. It's honestly incredible how I can't remember these two's names.
Elros and Jordan.
Yeah, Elros and
Key
Jordan.
blinds.
The Keyblinds. I'll just probably say that for referencing to both. Just like, what were you doing when all this was going on?
Well, we were transcribing spells and practicing spell work, and then by the time we were able to get everything set back down and come up, you had already taken care of all of it.
Well, I suppose.
Your battle was less than a minute long.
I know.
It was like a whole less than 30 seconds of fighting.
I'm just a little annoyed because I got battered. Anyway, I'll go back to the front and chill. As I am not much of a shipwright.
Yeah, I go back to manning the ship. I'm the only man on the ship that is
Caddick.
manning, so
Caddick goes back to soothing Sanric, and Chase goes back up to his the crow's nest, and the keyblinds go back down. Carl is standing there like, I am not sailor, but if you tell me what to do, I can try and help.
Nah, it won't. I'll mess it up. It's too complicated.
I'm very skilled. Are you sure I could probably help?
too complicated.
It's crazy. He has so many skills.
You can't even remember the last time you sailed. Too complicated.
Are you sure you do not want my assistance in anything? I am very skillful. Okay, I'll take that as a no. I'll just be down below. Down below. Man, that sucked. Okay. What did I make you? What check did I make you make last time, Nick?
Again.
What check did I make you make last time? Was it intelligence?
Sounds about right.
Okay. Make an intelligence check for steering a ship. I don't remember what I
Oh
had.
no.
Had
Oh, it's not that bad.
Noah make. What?
Oh
Do
no.
you remember what check it was?
Six.
Oh jeez.
Good lord, dude.
Could it have been athletics?
Well, you're manning the ship, so it's moving ropes around and like pulling down on making
Yeah.
sure everything is together. Like, and you're doing like what should be like a 3-person crew minimum. You're doing it all as you on your own. Nick, you do have advantage because of background.
Don't worry, I don't have any actual dice, so it's gonna be bad anyways. That's actually a 17.
Yeah, okay. I think athletics makes sense. I think it was athletics. So if you want to make a straight athletics roll, because you have disadvantage by doing it on your own, but you have advantage because of background. Okay. Somehow managing to... You guys are doing this, and it's just naturally coming to you. Muscle memory's taking over. Like, you don't even know how you're managing to do all this. Jack, you're steering the ship, and you're just subconsciously, like, checking all the things you need for navigation and shouting commands that you didn't even know what the words mean, but then they leave your mouth, and you're like, that's... okay, that makes sense. Noah, you're hearing these commands that he's shouting, and you're just like, yeah, I know what to do, and you immediately start doing it. And despite not being the strongest of the party, you're still managing to tie down ropes and run around the ship, breaking a sweat, but, like, you're not even exhausted. Chase is going to make another perception check. Once I find a d20. That's a d12. Oh, that's a 16 plus whatever his modifier is.
Remember, probably like a 2.
His passive is it's a 2. No. Yeah, it's a 2. It's a 1. But he's proficient. It's a 4. It's a plus 4. I know how to read. Chase is scouting out, looking around. He shouts down to you guys. It looks all clear as far as I can see. There appears to be some sort of landform up ahead, though. And as you guys continue on, having been sailing for the next couple of hours, you finally are able to see right on the horizon line this little island. That is small, barren, doesn't look like anything's on it, but it's dead straight in the direction you were told to go in, and it looks to be about another hour out.
Land ho! Or whatever. No, Chase would say that, wouldn't he?
I'm gonna get up. What type of...
about it.
Like, when you said it's kind of small, like, what's kind of small? Like, you... Yeah.
Why don't I... Hang on. I gotta remember how my iPad is set up and how the layout is. That has never changed on my iPad is layouted. And then I will learn how my iPad works, and then I can send you the image, because all the images are on my iPad.
How long would you reckon it would take to walk side to like one end to end from it?
Great question.
Like the only time into size or something?
Hang on. Oh, thank goodness. Here, I can just send the image. Sorry, my Discord logged me out of my iPad. Maybe I can't. Here it is. Okay.
I'll chat with a bunch of cats in an island.
Alright. That is its relative size to the rest of the continent.
You get the less refined image because I haven't made a refined image with a starry in it.
That's crazy that it's that big.
Starry? Like that's the island?
Yep.
Sheesh, that's not small.
Yeah. Smaller. I mean, there are other... Those islands at the bottom, those don't exist.
Okay.
This is a less refined map.
All right.
Yep.
Sorry.
I can go back to my D&D Beyond with my iPad now.
I'm going. Well, we're an hour out. I'll wait till we get. Once we get close enough, I would like to start observing the shores for a place to dock, or if they have a dock, or.
Okay. Also, I would say you could probably walk across it. If you're going side to side, 3 days, top to bottom, day and a half, 2.
Okay.
Is there any like sign that there were people there, like civilization markers?
Not from how
Weird.
far out you are. You can't see it. You can't make anything out. It's just on the horizon line right now. So as you guys continue sailing for the next bit, going toward the island in front of you, it starts to come more into focus. All of you that wish to make checks about seeing it can make perception checks. And I will make one for Chase.
I have eyes.
Nope, I won't. I just
22.
dropped my die. That's...
Wow.
Ooh. I'm blind as a bat. Never mind.
Chase didn't go too well either.
Well, what he
Got a
get?
19.
Maybe we shouldn't have you steering.
That's not his job. His job isn't to see. His job is to steer. He's all the way in the back of the boat. He's not going to see anything anyway. He's got a giant freaking mast in his face.
Captain Jack Sparrow has manned his boat many times while absolutely wasted.
That's
But
a
there's
bad
only
example.
one Captain
My
Jack
character-
Sparrow,
my-
dude.
There's several
My character-
times where Jack's boat sinks.
That's not true.
Not my problem.
It's only when his boat's always getting stolen.
His boat is sunk in the song Princess Pat.
Every man has a sunken boat.
The Black Pearl never got
Not the point.
sunk. He would sink his ships he didn't care about because he only cared about the pearl, and he would do anything in his power to get the pearl back.
There you go.
Why
So-
are you talking about these movies like you watch them, Riley?
Don't tell them that!
How do you do that?
You did not.
Did. Moving
I've
on.
seen the first 1.5.
Really missing out. All but the last one are straight quality, and the last one's still pretty good.
I was told the third one wasn't that good either.
The third one.
All right, moving on. So,
I got a 19.
19.
22.
Chase doesn't see much. 22. Jack is steering the boat. You guys are all looking. You guys run up to the the bow of the ship, I think is the right term. I could be wrong. It's been a minute since I've studied boats. I didn't expect this to be a whole thing.
Bow, port, starboard, stern. You're good.
Anyway, you guys run up to the front of the ship, and you go to look out to try and get a better view of the island. Chase is having a hard time seeing it. Glare of the sun off the water in his eyes. 1922.
Great year.
What?
Nothing.
So as you look out at the island, there's nothing on it. It's just a flat, basic island. Pretty big island. Nothing there. There's a beach that kind of like cuts off from the island. Like that would be an ideal. You could tell it'd be an ideal spot to dock, because it like kind of like comes in and away from it, like a little bubble off the edge of the island. But just
But there's no what's the
just a flat, barren island.
There's no life on it, like no trees.
There's
no...
occasional trees, there's grass and stuff, but like It's not heavily covered in foliage. It's fields of grass, the few trees here and there. It has vegetation. It is pretty heavily vegetated.
Yeah.
It's not dense in trees like a tropical island that's never been touched, but it also doesn't have any structures built on it. You can't see anything into it. It looks like no one's been here before.
Are we still on the boat or are we on the island?
You're on the
We're
boat.
still on the boat.
We haven't landed yet.
Take a minute and use magical gunning.
To do.
You know what magical cunning is?
No.
I get a spell slot back if I sit and do it for a minute.
Okay, cool.
Oh my gosh. I thought you were about to like scry this entire island. I thought you were about to do something cool.
Can I try that?
No, but does
can start
anybody
with
have
mine.
detect magic? That'd be
I've
huge.
never been to this island.
You can see it now.
Good point. I can try it.
All right.
I'm gonna just like state the obvious and be like, we could land there. Should we try to go sail around the island to find a better spot, or?
As you say
they-
that, Noah gets down, like sits on the floor, and starts to meditate. Make a wisdom check.
I'm just gonna look at her and be like, what
Oh.
are you doing?
12. Yeah, you're trying and you're trying. You know that what you're trying to do and how you're trying to get there, but the waves of the boat is throwing off your concentration too much. You can't power through it, and you're just in the void. Can't break through it.
Maybe once we get on the island, we'll find something.
What? I'm just standing there looking at you like, what are you doing?
Well, sometimes I can throw my mind out and see things that are happening in other places. So I tried to do that, but the waves rock too much. I can't see anything on the island. So I propose, once we get on the island, we look for signs of life. We look for anything that shows there are people here.
Okay, I agree, but maybe next time, tell me when you're gonna do that.
Sit down in the
Because
middle.
to me,
of
I was just looking at you and you're just like, didn't respond. What got on your hand? Just.
Yeah, she spent like 5 minutes just like like she's starting to sweat from it too, like trying to like portray her.
You sit on the boat.
I'm gonna. What did you say something?
I'm not the only person on the boat. He could have been talking to Jack or Caddick or Chase or Jordan and
Well, you
Elrond.
and I were the only two that were like up front seeing things.
Yeah, no, you guys are right next to each other.
Anyway, is
Stealing the
there
boat.
any boat to take us to shore?
There is no dinghy.
There's no dinghy.
This thing is small enough to be
Get
able to
pretty
go
close.
through up to shore.
Okay.
And your journey
That's
wasn't
true.
that far. Oh, like
I
into
forgot
like
about
the
how small
depths
this
of the
thing is.
ocean to where you would have needed a bigger boat.
Yeah.
It's like that
So-
perfect medium size.
I'll walk to the back and kind of point out where we could land to Jack because he didn't see anything.
All right. So, eventually the Keyblinds and Carl come up from down below, and as you guys are about to hit land, Chase comes down from the crow's nest, and after a few minutes, you guys beach the boat because there's no dock. And you're now on this little sandy, what's the word I want to use? It's like,
Peninsula?
yeah, like this little tiny peninsula. It's not very big. It's like your boat's in the dead center of it, and then there's like, I don't know, like 10, 15 feet to each side before it like rounds back to the island.
Are there any trail markers or anything of showing like?
No sign of people on
Flat
the sand.
sand.
Flat.
Flat sand.
Well, I suppose we're gonna have to go survive in the wild looking for people. And I'm gonna get all my stuff ready to go and go on a hike inland.
Jordan just takes a look around and goes, I kind of thought it would, it'd be fancier.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
You can.
You have a free will.
Ooh.
Was it Eros or Sansa or what? Which one was
Elros. Sansa.
it? Eros, I know, whatever. I'm gonna look to her and be like, so you've only heard of this place, you've never actually been here or know exactly what we're looking for.
If I had been here, I would have just took us here from the beginning.
You never heard about, like, where
It's-
it could be?
it's on a story. If this is a story, then we were in the right place.
Do you know anybody who's ever traveled here?
No.
Well,
What, Detect Magic, what school of magic does that use?
Divination. Is that an answer?
You don't get anything.
Cool.
Besides the magical artifact on your... Actually, no, because that blocks divination magic too.
I see that Jack is here.
Jack. You see Jack.
Jack and Cedric are here.
Correct. And the
Here, or else I'm voting.
keyblinds.
Carl magic?
No, Carl doesn't have any magical things on him.
Is Chase magic?
He has... Can Detect Magic see through objects?
Not if they're an inch or metal or stone.
In his satchel, he has a piece of parchment that is glowing.
Mm.
It is divination, I think. I'd have to look up the spell. Stand by.
What was it? Know that Cadex spear is magic because I'm the one who made it magical.
Right, in the things you made magic. Yes, it is in fact. The piece of parchment is divination. But it's not kept like a spell scroll.
Fascinating.
It's like a small notebook that the parchment in said notebook are.
so we just all head inland, right? And
You guys
Yeah.
are currently standing on this beach, this small peninsula of a beach. That's the word I wanted, beach.
Is there anything we can tie the boat to, like a tree or something that we could just?
The boat is beached.
The boat is beached. Okay, we're probably fine as long as there's no storms or anything.
Assuming that you're at high tide right now, you should be okay.
Cool. So I guess we head into the woods or foliage or grass. If you look.
The island known as Astari.
But
All right, so you guys just continue into the foliage.
Well, I would like to, as we're going, wild shape into a cat.
Okay.
Micah, is there any chance that while we're moving through these foliage, you would consider it dim light?
We'll get to that in a second.
I
do you
would
mean
like
we'll
to
get to
wild
that?
shape
It's-
We'll
into a
get to
cat,
that in a second.
and I'm gonna try to do something weird here. Can I smell fresh water?
As a cat,
Can I talk to the
you can
trees?
smell salt water.
can you smell the Lorax?
I'm looking for a river.
You can
I
smell
want to find
salt
fresh water.
water. You can smell salt water.
Any rivers around here would be saltwater.
I don't.
Fine.
You're
Anyway,
not gonna like.
I mainly did that to get the stats of the cat so I can find stuff, but
I mean, you're surrounded by salt water. I don't know how you're going to smell fresh water over the more potent smell of salt water.
Whatever. Okay.
Really good nose, Micah. You gotta trust me. You gotta trust me on this.
Animal instincts, dude. Animal instincts. They know.
All right, you're heading into the foliage.
It's an animal.
Who is leading the charge?
Well, Sanric. the
I have
cat-
always,
Go
yeah,
Chase.
I have always led
Kadek?
when it comes to going through woods
Sandrick.
before.
Sanric,
Sandrick? The cat?
the cat.
I will just lead as a
Is this
cat
what- is it yes?
if everyone's
Do I
okay
make-
with it.
Lock in your choices now.
Can Sanric the cat and Abel the cat be walking together?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh,
So the two
I don't
cats
like this.
begin to walk into the foliage, and right before they reach the foliage line, they just pass through an invisible wall, and you don't see them anymore.
perfect.
Well, what does Sandrick see?
Oh, we'll get to that. I suppose.
What does Abel
Well,
see? looked
before
through Abel.
before, are you guys gonna stay? The second this happens, are you staying back? Or are you gonna rush forward with Sandrick?
Freeze for a second.
And then probably walk forward.
Yeah.
Here it is. I didn't indent in between the two spots in my notes, so I got lost in my own notes. Okay. Sanric, you and Abel walk through. You turn around, you look behind you as you walk through this field, and you can't see your friends anymore. And then you look up, and there are 5 guards looking at you. 2 of them, swords drawn, looking at you. One of them has a ball of fire in their hand, and the other one's hand is crackling with electricity. And then there's a 5th one, arms crossed, just staring at you.
All of us?
All of you. Well, I mean, like, he looks down at the cat, and then looks up at you guys. And
I'm gonna hit him with the most devious meow you've ever.
he just looks down at you.
Just like looks out like meow.
He just looks down at you. He crouches down. He pets Abel.
Oh no.
He looks at you.
You're gonna see a very stiff cat.
Are you going to get your friends, little druid?
Am I gonna get my friend?
You're gonna go get your friends.
We've not crossed the barrier.
They didn't
yet.
follow you.
Oh. I'm going to very frightenedly book it back. I'm gonna like dash back towards everyone.
Does Abel stay?
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for Abel to die.
He just like scratches under Abel's chin, stands back up, and Abel can see him look back at like the rest of you guys, like just like waiting patiently.
I can't talk in cat form, can I?
You can
Yeah,
mute.
you
I-
can.
I think I'm watching Jack to see if anything's happening to Abel.
No, you can't.
So,
You
What
can't.
do you mean? No,
talk
you
in
can't.
cat
It's
form?
5.5.
Yeah, and I said no. We already had this
It
discussion.
Huh.
The first time he
Uh,
wild shaped, I said that's really stupid. Why should he be allowed to talk? That seems really dumb. I don't think I like that.
He doesn't
Okay,
change his
uh,
vocal box. His vocal.
I'll drop
Right.
wild shape.
If he gets every attribute of a cat, he gets every attribute of a cat. Like
Come on.
I'll let
speak
him
to us,
mentally
Sandra.
do it.
Oh, you're a cat.
mentally, you can, sure, but physically, no.
Meow for us, Stefan.
Meow.
Meow in Morse code.
I want to go home.
You are.
I'm gonna I'm gonna drop wild shape and turn around. Are they gone? Like, can I still?
You
see
can't.
them?
You see the field again with like the foliage and the stuff. You can't see through the barrier.
I'm gonna look at them and be like a little wide-eyed and be like, I think they found us, and turn around and walk through the wall.
You know that was the goal, right?
You walk back through.
Yeah, I walked back through. I disappeared.
As you reappear, the guy who was petting Abel turns to you and goes. He just chuckles and he's. We can see the whole discussion is very entertaining.
I'm just gonna like look pretty awkward and be like, are they still? They have their weapons drawn at us?
The guys with the swords are a little bit more relaxed. They still have their swords drawn, but they're not like aiming at you with their swords. The one with the fireball, like the firebolt that they had prepared, is like sparking flames, like just flicking a flame into existence, just like to show you that he's ready. And the one with who had the shocking grasp prepared is like doing this with their hand as lightning arcs between their two fingers, like their two hands.
Mm-hmm.
Aggressive static electricity, essentially.
And I'm gonna just like look at him and awkwardly give like a fake chuckle, just like.
We have to take precautions. As you know, there is a war going on.
Do the others walk in by now?
I don't know. Do they? Do they follow?
Yeah, probably.
Say.
Yeah, I think I would have just like shot Jack a look, being like, "That was the goal," and then walked into the.
You guys walk into the exact scene I've already described. Your detect magic is still up. These guys, lots of magic. And you look around and you notice, from the inside, there is a giant dome of magic covering this whole island of abjuration magic. And it's just covering the whole island. Off in the distance, I don't know how far your detect magic goes. It's only 10 or 30 feet, right?
Yeah, 30 feet.
Okay. Your detect magic doesn't get it, but as you guys look off in the distance, you can see makeshift tents, huts, houses. One very thoroughly constructed house, which looks like someone put a lot of effort into over-engineering that. And then, like what looks to be like a makeshift town hall, not too far away from you guys, like a quarter mile away.
You just walk into a Clash of Clans base.
It feels like.
Maybe.
I'm gonna.
They rush their town hall. Their walls suck.
I'm gonna look at them right as they come in and just like, and be like, "It's okay." And just look at them and be like, "I think it's okay."
We
Just
are
to
in a,
like reassure you guys
insight,
because you just
Sandrick.
walked into guys holding weapons at us.
Cedric,
the
if it wasn't okay, I'm pretty sure you'd be dead.
the guys with the swords have them like at the ready, but like at like attention at the ready, and the two mages are just kind of like waiting. They've all stepped a
And
bit back. They are not in an aggressive stance.
So I take it you're the arcane?
He like stops for a second. The art. Oh, right. I forgot they did that silly thing. Yeah, well, kinda. Yeah. It's like a cover name. I don't know why they did it. I don't.
A cover name?
Well, it says it's literally inaccurate. Like they are so dumb to come up with that. Do not get me started on these guys. I can. Sometimes.
It was clocked pretty quickly.
Yeah. A little bit. Regardless, welcome to Astari. I assume most of you are mages. Or magic users of some sort. Or at the very least warriors, as he looks to Kadak and Chase, to join the cause. And then to Carl. Because technically
Carl.
he doesn't have magic
I
either.
was like, you missed Carl.
I forgot, okay? It's at the top of my notes too. Don't forget about Carl. Well, the keyboard's a Carl. But, so, besides the war, what brings you to here, and how did you get here? Heard you know about this place.
our buddy Old Gar.
Well, it wasn't really Old Gar. It was Jordan and Elros.
Right.
Well, they didn't tell us where to go though.
How'd you get here?
They told me Valaris. Boats. We got here by boat.
I'm not blind.
What answer do you want?
Who told you our location?
I
Old
just
Gar.
told yeah, Old Gar.
Thank you. Well, if Olgar sent you, then you're trustworthy enough. Follow me. I'll give. You can get the tour. You're not the only first arrival we have. And he starts walking away and like ushers you to follow.
I'll follow.
Right. So
Following.
all of you begin to follow Caddick and Chase. Caddick just being his normal self. Chase surveying, watching everything, doing his job. The Keyblind, like Jordan looks like really excited, and he's just like, "This is so cool." And Elros is like composed and like very intrigued, but like very composed. Carl is like, "What? I need to drink."
As we're walking, can I quickly just like kind of catch up to the guy leading us and being like, excuse me, sir.
Yeah,
What is that shield?
the dome,
Yes.
security.
The Doug Dimmadome.
I'm a. It is our security measure. It protects us from all divination-based magic, so our location cannot be found. And
How in... I'm looking up at everything and looking how big the area is. I'm like, how on earth do you have that much power?
we have a lot of spellcasters here, and some of them are very powerful mages.
How many do you have?
That can cast spells of that magnitude. Like 3.
No, in total on the island.
Total people on the island? About 237.
We got names for all of them too.
Yeah, I have this really fancy thing called Fantasy Name Generator. Sorry, that's meta. That's the top in my notes. Very first line of my notes is have name generator open.
I'm actually gonna be a little crestfallen and be like, oh, that's all that's here.
Well, I mean, did you expect more from a secret base that no one knows about? Most
Or what
people
we-
here don't even leave the island. And some
Haven't
of them
we
aren't
heard
even
of that?
spellcasters.
Fair. And from what I've heard, a lot of
What about-
mages died in war.
What are you guys gonna do about the boat? Shouldn't you like destroy it or like
That's
hide it with some spell?
They're already working on that.
Damn.
It's just you and him. The 4 other guards that were there stayed behind. They're already taking care of your boat. He leads you all to the little village town that they have made. And he turns around and goes, if you wait a minute, 1 second, I'm going to go get someone else who needs the tour themselves. And he disappears for... oh, jeez, I just swiped away my notes.
He disappears for like 5 minutes and then comes back with a satyr. If you want to introduce your character to the party.
Sure. I'm Teoras Hornbranch, more commonly known as Teo. I'm a Satyr Paladin, Oath of Devotion. And yeah.
A satyr? Like a fate?
Yeah.
A satyr?
Yeah.
Interesting. Somebody change your name in the Discord so we can learn it.
It's
Nick,
next round.
you're the one with the fancy fonts. I know you're crippled. With
I'm on
your
a
computer.
laptop right now.
I know you're crippled, but do it anyway.
Okay,
What's the
what'd
name?
you say your name was?
It's in the D&D party. You could go and look at the spellings there.
7. It gets me every time that you never know what a satyr is, even though it's in your gamer tag.
I know what to say. It's just like, it's shocking that in this world of no magic, there is a satyr that exists.
You know,
Every
it's
time I-
shocking that in this no magic campaign setting, almost every single person said, "I want magic."
Well, of course,
Well, then you shouldn't be shocked.
but none of us chose like an inherently magical race.
None of you
Right?
started in a starry.
Hey, I made the people of Valeris magical races. Take that.
If I hit this lamp, shade, post, fixture, whatever the freaking thing is called, one more time, I'm gonna
Let's start a tally.
I've hit it
So
4
that's
times. today.
Anything. Have you tried now?
Yeah, have you tried being better?
On a womp womp.
I could do that. That's a bad idea, but I could.
Did you say that?
All right. Anyway, so as he returns, well, so if you follow me, and he starts to turn around and walk through the town, I can try and answer your questions best I can, but there's only so much one can do. And he just starts pointing out bits about the town, like different shops that exist. The town hall looking building is where the leaders try to go and meet. It's essentially like the town hall. It's really all it is. Most of the people here on Astari actually aren't a part of the war effort. They're only here to use it as a safe haven. So, of the people that are living here, majority of them actually aren't even warriors. But they do donate their time and their efforts and resources, even though they aren't actual fighters or a part of the war effort, to helping us, because some of them at least still have hope that we will get through.
Did we introduce our characters to her?
Oh yeah, you never did that. Sorry. I knew. I was like, man, that introduction was quick. That's why.
Thank you, Devin.
Yeah, if you wanna.
I mean, a lot of our pictures are in the art drops, I think. But I'm Sanric. I'm a halfling. I'm a druid. Sanric Trueflower. I look fairly old for how I act, and I wear green, and I'm a vegan.
Sometimes we catch him lacking on the vegan front.
That's yeah, I know. Sometimes I forget.
And he has a floating chest weasel named Whisk that lives in his staff at the moment.
Forgetting you're vegan seems like a really boring thing to forget.
An easy mistake. Whenever you go, I'm done.
Yeah, it's fixed now, Nick.
Noah.
My turn? No, you said it's fixed.
It is fixed.
I thought I wrote this.
Are we
down.
giving names? Last time I said names, I got yelled at.
By who?
Last time I dropped my
Me?
character's name, I got a whole
in the
backstory.
town.
Yelled at.
Gotcha.
Jack yelled at me.
Got you. Oh, you meant. Oh, I'm understanding now.
I'm
Like
asking
for a
Jack.
character intro? You guys
I'm
just
giving
straight
it-
up told Chase.
the problem.
What the frick? I thought I wrote this down.
So I'm gonna go with names. Noah Lane. Variant human, technically.
Just human.
Human, technically. I'm an artificer.
What
Huge.
flavor of artificer?
You're
Alchemist.
an alchemist.
I'm an alchemist.
Cool.
Jack Lane, looking very similar. Twin brother to Noah Lane. He sits about 5'10", has dark pale skin, has kind of like lifeless eyes, has dark gray hair. He's doesn't remember a whole lot because shit happened that he doesn't know about. And heads up, Jack and Noah do this thing where they just don't talk to anybody else and they look at each other like they're talking because they are talking, but you guys can't hear that we're talking because we can talk through our minds. And yeah, I am a warlock I am Path of the Old Great One.
And did you say you're both humans?
He said
Yeah.
twin.
And
Well, yeah.
it'd be hard to be a twin if I wasn't the same race.
Well, you technically could be a tiefling.
Crazy.
Your parents have
Yes.
to fuck with that stuff.
Well, I mean, you could simply just get cursed.
Yeah, one of us could be like a vampire or something. Okay, bad example. Don't make faces.
That'd be a
at me.
Dampier. If you are the child of a vampire, if you're half vampire, not through a bite, because you are the child of one, it's Dampier.
Well, that was implying that they were cursed with vampirism, so it would be a vampire.
If the twins were, or their
But they could be
parents
cursed with
So, two different
be
races.
cursed
and one
with
of them was
lycanthropy.
Yeah.
The vampire
What
isn't
about-
a different race, technically.
No, incorrect, wrong. Womp womp.
cursed. Move on.
Anyway. So,
Come on, introduce Cadet.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Cadec's
And
leaving.
Chase.
Nope. So is Chase.
Introduce Cadet.
No!
What if he comes back?
Then he'll
What about
introduce
Carl?
himself when he comes back.
Fuck Carl.
Caddick is heavy set dwarf, full plate armor, very racist.
Incredible.
Way taller
Loves-
than he should be.
He's like almost 6. He's almost what, 5'8", something like that. He's almost 6.
Jack
He's very tall.
Yeah, and he likes mead. There you go, Caddick. Chase works for an assassin's guild.
I didn't know that.
He told you that.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my goodness.
He worked for the Order of the Vanquished. He was tasked
Oh, you
to
know
go
that.
watch over your party from the Reaper.
I just didn't know it was an Assassin's Guild at its core. We're good.
He told you. You were told that too.
It's been a long week.
I feel that. It's been a long month and a half. Life,
What about
really.
Carl?
No. You already gave Carl's intro. So, as you guys are being brought along through the town, the guy who was leading you goes, in that building, the town hall, is where the Council of Ardor meets. They are the ones spearheading the resistance. And, well, if you end up joining, you would probably be reporting to one of them.
Joining?
Well, you're here, so we are going to grant you with the option of, do you wish to join the fight back against the kingdom, or do you just wish to live here?
I'm gonna like kind of wave for your attention because I'm tiny.
He just like looks down at
excuse
you.
me.
He's like,
You say fight, but have you been doing much fighting back? What does that even mean?
they've mainly been hit and run tactics, trying to find a weakness, trying to find the source. There is something in the heart of the kingdom causing all of these problems, and we're still trying to regroup. So a lot of our resistance is just mainly getting more of us, while getting information to figure out what is going on.
Is it the vortex?
I'm gonna look at you and be like, what too?
Nobody was here for this conversation. The blue aether, the raw aether that's been peeking through the earth or coming from the, I don't know where, if it's coming from above or below, but I've seen it in several places now. Jordan and Elros were calling it the vortex.
I know what a vortex is. They're very rare to
Yes,
come upon. What do you mean? Is it a vortex?
I know there's a very, very big one.
How?
I get dreams.
Space rock.
What?
Oh, this is
The
not so
space
great.
rock.
they both just snap at you and like, what?
I'm just gonna be awkwardly standing
Carl
there,
and the Keyblinds are also like, huh?
What did you
He
say?
said space rock.
Space rock.
Space rock. What?
I don't know if the space rock is involved.
Well, it wasn't there, and then the space rock hit the ground, and then it was there.
We can't prove that. What if it was a space rock that was brought down to the vortex?
Are you thinking out loud? Are you talking out loud right now?
No, that would
Yes.
have been in mind link.
Was it?
Oh, I
You
am.
didn't
You gotta
specify.
clarify.
If it's not
You
clarified,
said
it's
you have
out
to
loud.
Clarify.
That was
You
out
forgot.
loud.
You forgot what
Which
was
which
what,
one of the
so
key
I'm gonna
blinds
do
was
it.
it that told you about the vortex? Was it
I was
Elros?
talking to Jordan.
Okay. At that point, Jordan probably would have picked in and been like, well, if the meteorite was of arcane property in some way, it could have impacted and created, with the arcane property of the rock and the impact, it could have tore a small hole to create a small vortex, but nothing big.
There's a huge one. I think it's almost as big as a building as far as I can see.
Bigger.
Bigger. It took up all the sky I could see. I can't describe it really, but it's much bigger than what we saw in the crater.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion, I'm telling the truth.
Right, that's why it's not deception. This is a pretty
Wait, what is
far-fetched
she telling?
truth.
What is the truth?
That she saw it. Like, in one of her visions, she saw a giant version of the vortex.
It's 6.
Can I add the help action?
Usually you gotta call it beforehand. What do you say to help?
It's true. I've seen it with my own eyes. A
That's
vortex.
deception.
No, it's not. I've seen a vortex with my eyes.
The one she's talking about?
Not that one. I didn't say that one.
Well, that's not the one she... Then technically it's deception.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay, just roll a deception. You know, your deception's high enough. I don't think I need to make you roll to see. For
It's
another
not
roll.
that high. It's
Go ahead,
only...
roll with help, with advantage for help. So you can try again.
Deception's only +8.
Right.
19.
Okay.
Fighting for my life right now.
If what you're saying is true, you should probably talk with the council. Okay. I don't know any of them right off the top of my head of what they're doing. You see that shop over there? And he points to like the over-engineered hut. Go in there, find go talk to Zakia. You'll know him when you see him. Tell him that Malgith sent you, and that you need to go. That you need to speak with the council.
Right now.
That seems like very important information for them to have. So right now would probably be the best time. Yes. Unless you have something else you want to do.
Well, it's just the tour.
He like gestures around. It's a small village, and like to all the things, blacksmith, that has clothing. Hang on. That shop I'm sending you to is a workshop. Over there is a herbalist tent. That guy does enchanting, and that place has spell supplies. Oh, and the blacksmith is over there.
Okay.
Question.
I guess I. Oh.
Yes.
Because I'm a bad role player, I am going to now, as the character in a game, look over and notice the centaur, which just
Wrong.
clicked in my brain.
Seder.
Satyr, frickin' Satyr. Would that spark because satyrs are fey? Does that spark anything?
Well, I mean,
my
you would
memory?
recognize it as Fae at the very least. I feel like at this point you would know that.
Okay. And she's just with us as we did this whole tour.
Yeah, no. He's heard everything.
He? Is it a he or she?
Yeah. He.
Seder is a he.
Okay.
Teo? Right?
Yes.
I want to read it as Teo because I'm dyslexic.
Look, I'm gonna see you now that my I don't know what the frick she's talking about and all that.
That's true.
And look over and be like, excuse me, because are you a fae?
Me? Yeah, sure am.
Sure does.
What are you doing here? Where did you come?
Fantastic question. I have no clue.
And at this point, in reading her backstory last night, I banged my head into the wall going, all of them have memory loss!
No shot. Holy crap! Not another one. This is bad.
That's why
this
is why I
This
texted
is
you earlier,
crazy.
Riley.
I'm gonna actually assume if she's a fey creature, I have no clue. Wait, have you forgotten too?
Forgotten what? Exactly.
Like, have you been to the Fae? I'm gonna feel like a little awkward because normally I can't talk about this stuff with strangers.
I assume so. I think I lived there.
And you forgot.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I had that happen.
I had
Interesting.
nothing.
Hold on a second, and I'm gonna like excitedly like hit my staff on the ground and be like, Whisk, I think you can show yourself.
Whisk is out. The second you said his name, he doesn't even wait for you to finish. He's out and up, and he's like, looking around, and he
She
just like
hasn't gotten a
spins.
description yet.
He's a floating weasel. It's basically his forms in art drops, and
Okay.
he just like spins and looks around. The guy who is basically being your tour guide like takes only like a half a step back and goes, "That's an interesting, huh?" And Whisk is just like wide-eyed, pure joy, spinning, going, "I can have fun."
And I'm gonna look at him at what Talo? How's that pronounced? Theros? Theros?
Yeah, you can just say Teo. Yeah.
Teo. Oh, that makes sense. All right. I was like, that does not track. Well, I'll look at Theras. I'll call it that for now, and be like, it's a. This is my friend Whisk. We have been friends for a while, but I forgot about him when I came back from the Fae. I'm kind of coming across as an overly excited, it's like I'm actually get to meet someone else that might remotely understand, so I'm kind of oversharing.
As excited as Sanric looks, triple that's Whisk right now. He is zooming about. He is so excited, he can't determine who he wants to mess with right now. He just keeps zipping to person, like, wait, I could, and then he is all over this, like, he's zooming in and out of the whole group right now.
I'm gonna call out and just be like, try not to make too much of a mess. As I'm just, like, totally losing him.
Oh yeah, no, you can't even track him how fast he's moving right now. And he's, like, misty stepping from here to there.
I'm gonna look back to Teo and be like, Cliff, you forgot, what are you doing here? Excuse me, sorry. By the way, my name is Sanric, and offer up my little hand.
Teorath. Everyone calls me Teo, though, and then I'm gonna shake your hand. I'm not particularly sure what I'm doing here, and that's the main problem, I think, currently.
Well, I'd be lying if I said I could make any sense of that.
Yeah. You and me both.
What's the last thing you remember? If you don't mind me asking.
It's not so much as the last thing. I remember a lot of leaves. Lots of leaves. Oranges, reds, kind of other satyrs? Not really. There's not a whole lot up here right now.
Did you show up on this island?
No. I had to make my way here, and it was awful. It was awful.
What the frick?
As you guys are having this conversation, as Whisk is, like, zooming around, you notice Carl is like half hiding behind Chase. Anytime Whisk gets near, he's like,
Is he okay?
I'm gonna like,
Chase is like
Chase.
holding out his mace for Whisk to go take it.
yeah, Chase, Chase is someone I don't know if you know. Someone who's not
He's
here.
the fighter that's with the party.
Yeah.
The one that's human.
Chase Chase recruited Whisk to pull a prank on him. I think it freaked him out a little bit,
Fun.
but he's harmless. I promise. I think. I mean, he hasn't hurt anyone yet.
Oh. Fun little tricks are what the Fays are all about. So, good on him.
Elros at this point goes, I think we are going to go and try and get our bearings of the place and then speak with someone about us lending our aid and also furthering our arcane education. You should talk with the council when all of you get a chance, especially with that pendant you have. I'm sure they'll be very excited to hear about that. And then they head off toward the location of which you were told was the arcane spell items.
Awesome.
Malgith, the guy who was your tour guide, goes, I have other matters to attend. I urge you to go and speak with the council about whatever this vortex is. They will most definitely want to hear about that. And whatever pendant they were talking about also sounds important.
I'll find Zakia?
Zakia.
Zakia.
Zay. I almost said Z and then Z, and I just Z, A, and then Kia, like the car.
Oh, Zakia, yeah.
Zakia.
I will find
I-
Zakia, and I will find the council.
I have one question for you. Where are we going to be staying?
He just like kind of like looks around.
Do we just like pick a tent and are like, I live here now?
Pretty much. I mean, there's only so much housing we can build. We are spellcasters. We have some builders and tinkerers. References to the shed. That very sturdy small house. Not really a shed. But a lot of effort is being put into the war effort, and mixed with the everything else that's going on, managing food for everyone. It's the mages that have access to their own private sanctums and stuff like that are better off. But besides that, you're gonna have to pitch a tent. We can provide tents and decent tents. And you can talk about getting them enchanted with, and he points to the enchantment shop with them, and besides that, that's about it. I'm sorry.
Fine.
But I really must be going. I am very late. And he turns around and he leaves.
I guess we head towards the workshop.
Well, I'm gonna quickly like standing. Oh, like since we're all alone now, and I'm the only one that has talked to Teo, I'm gonna be like, oh, Jack, Noah, Teo, this is Jack and Noah. I don't even know what we'd call each other. Like party? This is my group. This is my.
This is a great
Squad?
opportunity for your group name.
No, couldn't be.
We'll get there. We'll get there one day.
I'm
I'm
renaming
just
the
gonna,
group to
like-
the Amnesiacs. Fight me.
I'm just gonna be like, Teo, this is Jack and Noah. They're friends. We've been traveling together for a while.
Nice. Nice to
You know
meet you two.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you as well. We don't meet new people often that are, well, I guess, stick around or are friendly much. But
Or
I'm
look like that.
Yep, that is a good point. We don't see many people who come from magical backgrounds.
Does
Yeah.
everyone know what a centaur?
Satyr.
Is that it?
Satyr.
Satyr?
Satyr.
Frick.
Centaurs are completely different.
I know. It's
Mhm.
tough.
Me and Jack kind of showed up a month ago. We just kind of go with the flow.
But they're like human goats.
Yeah, they're human.
They're like
gonna-
Krampus, but not a demon.
I'm gonna look at Jack and Noah and be like, I think Teo might have had the same thing that happened to me.
You can't remember either.
Nope.
You know,
And you remember before the war?
I don't think I've ever been here before.
What war?
So,
Like first time on Earth.
And, well, Sanric, he remembers before the war. Do you remember anything before?
no, not particularly.
Ah, so you're like me and my brother then. We don't have any memory of before anything.
This is insane.
yeah, maybe we should call our group like
The
Forgotten
Amnesiacs?
Memories or something
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I was like
Yeah,
literally
those
the
things.
amnesiac.
I read her backstory last night that I was given because I said I was going to do it and then forgot, and then life happened. And as I was reading, I literally fell back and hit my head in the wall in accident. As I read the time, doesn't remember, I went, gosh, dang it, not another one.
I have nothing to do with that.
That's why
No,
I texted you. I'm like, did she tell you about her backstory?
What about the
No,
campaign
we do
setting?
have a-
There
we
is
do
no
have a group
magic
name.
makes everyone have.
You do have a
amnesia.
group name.
Like, what about that?
We do have a group name.
On a quick side note that's completely unrelated, I told Ruben walked by and I did this to him, and his reply was to just be like this. And,
Spider-Man.
and
Yeah,
I
maybe
was
a little bit to do with
sad.
it. I've gotten new knowledge.
What did you do?
Uh,
You can't say nothing with that tone of voice.
Nothing you
So-
can prove.
Right, continue.
Yeah.
So, Teo,
me
did
and my
you-
brother-
go ahead. You first.
Me and my brother, we don't remember there ever being a war. We found out when we woke up.
Yeah, me too, pretty much, as I was being hunted down.
You're being hunted.
Well, I mean, I'm a paladin, and if you don't really know that you're not supposed to do magic, and then you do magic,
Dang it.
Oh,
it's kind of
you're a bit quicker than that.
So you don't seem to have ever lived around here before.
I don't think so.
You don't. Oh. You seem to have a much more severe case of forgetting than we do.
Yeah, I mean, there's like little things, but like not a whole lot in general.
Well, why did you come to the island? Are you just for refuge, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe looking for a way to help, I guess. Because I don't think, I mean, I assume I've done magic my life. I don't think that makes me particularly bad.
Well, how did you find this place?
I was traveling with a group of wizards who filled me in.
I bet that was a
lucky,
lifesaver.
It was a scouting party.
Yeah. Oh. Well, we're gonna probably be talking to the council if you want to join us.
Sure. I mean, I haven't got anything else to do.
Meet the
Point.
council? I'm in.
Well, it's an honor.
Me too.
Me to the guy at the movie theater when he says enjoy the movie. This is a
It's
real
an
event.
honor.
It happened 2 days ago. I haven't gotten over it.
What did you say?
Enjoy the movie, and he goes, "You too."
That's tough. I've done that pretty bad. I've done that at a couple drive-through food places, fast food. It's tough. I just
You're supposed
drive
to
away really
remind
fast.
me well before this.
Hey, I sent you that text before we started.
I just what? Oh my gosh! How did I not get this?
That's not my fault. I sent you that text before we started.
Oh my gosh.
You're right. Not
I
far
got
enough
cut
ahead
her
before we
off
started,
that
but
many
you're right.
times, guys.
We have to go see.
It's
The-
just funny, Dylan. All right, so you guys are going to we moving now? Sorry, I
Yeah.
keep
Yes.
derailing. I'm very scattered-brained. So you guys head to the very over-engineered hut, small, tiny house, and as you approach it, above it it says 9th level mending.
Above it?
Yeah.
Is that the name?
It's
of
got a
the
little. It's got a
workshop?
little name. It's like purposely bent to the side a little, and the name of this small house is 9th level mending.
Solid.
What a weird name.
It's quite odd, but it is solid.
What, like, when you say overly complicated, are we talking about, like,
Very over-engineered.
So, is it like artificered? Clearly.
It's Howl's Moving
It
Castle.
could be.
Oh, it's Howl's Moving Castle. Okay.
It's what?
Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh, now you decide to send me notification. You stupid watch.
Hell's Moving Castle?
Howl's Moving Castle.
Howl.
the Studio Ghibli film and the book by Diane Weiss Jones?
Shut up, Studio Ghibli.
Exactly.
I'm here, Riley.
It's fine.
It's peak.
It is peak.
Okay, so as you guys, I'm assuming you enter.
Yeah.
You enter, and this. As you enter, it's slightly bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Not by much, but
Noticeably.
noticeable enough to be like, okay, obviously there is some arcane tomfoolery going on here. And as you enter and look around, it is like the most. Yes, why have you forsaken me?
Your stream went down.
OBS just said, we're done. Oh, we're good. We're back. All right. As you enter, you look, and it's just the biggest, most organized mess you can imagine. Like, everything looks like it's intentionally placed, and it's just a mess. And there's a small counter, and the counter's a mess, and, like, there's stuff and tools. Tinker's tools, alchemy tools, smith's tools, leatherworking tool, like just tools everywhere. Any kind of tool you could probably think of is probably here, except for like masonry tools and stuff like that. Woodworking tools scattered. And you hear from the back, where you can't see, you hear someone go, "Just a moment."
This place is amazing.
Is there a
This
little
is-
bell I can ding?
No.
Dang.
If there is, you
Bell?
wouldn't be able to find it.
This is really where the council is? Looking
No, we're not
around.
Whoever's here will help us find the council.
Oh, that's the case? I thought the council was in this building.
No, the council is in a different building. You were told this is
Oh.
like this is a
Yes,
Tinker's
it is.
workshop.
Yeah.
The
We're headed to
council-
where...
This,
just
you were
for
told to
what
go talk to
Riley's-
this guy. Tell this
Yeah.
guy that you need to speak with the council immediately. This guy
Yeah.
told him
Oh.
that the guy who told you to tell
know how I
him
missed
his
that.
name to send you to the council. Regardless,
We
Crazy.
find Zakia. We find
Retcon.
Zakia. We tell him that the one with it starts with an M and has a G in the middle
Megath.
sent us. Megath
Malgith
sent us.
with an L.
Malgith.
It's an L.
Goodness sake.
Meg.
Malgith sent us.
Sorry.
And then he'll find us a way to get to the council, supposedly.
I can't have. Sorry, hang on. I have only one set of rings on, and it's driving me mad. Okay.
Did you say Malgus?
Malgith.
Malgith. Theoretic.
A-F. A-T-H.
Oh,
Yep.
oh,
I don't know.
I heard
Yes.
the name Magus. When I got zip bombed.
Malgith.
Because we're also looking for whoever Magus is.
Yes. And
Wait,
as you
remember,
guys
we're
are
bad with-
like taking a look around, out from the back rounds a blue tiefling. Tiefling. Yeah. He has like a sash with all sorts of tinker tools all the way around it, with a and on his both hips has a what looks to be like a hand crossbow without the arms holstered on each hip. And along his belt, he has these like 6-inch boxes that are like just little rectangular boxes that are 6 inches long, just like rounding his belt. Yeah, and he rounds the corner and he goes, "What can I help you with?"
They're all Russian.
What?
Oh, this is great. We love this.
It's not Russian.
Don't discourage him.
It's not supposed to be.
Well, every
I'm-
accent you say is Russian. That is not even close to Russian.
This is a try on German.
I said I was sorry.
Should be.
Are you Zakia?
Yes, I am Zakia.
Is this your workshop?
Yes, I have a buddy who helps with the enchantments, but yes, I am the one who works in here.
It's remarkable. I've never seen anything like it. It's
Thank you.
perfect.
I try very hard. I am
I'm just
what the mending cantrip cannot fix, I can fix.
That's amazing.
He's- he
I was
has
sent by.
little goggles too. I forgot to mention. Sorry, that like they're not like they're like the glasses that have like the lenses that flip over it and they're like flat, and he just like that are up above his head. Sorry, I forgot to
Lovely.
mention that.
We were sent by Melgath. We're meant to find the council. Can you help us get to the council immediately?
Well, if Malgith thinks you should speak with the council immediately, may I ask why?
I may have said some things that were a tad strange to his ears. He wants the council to hear them.
He like leans on the counter. I'm curious myself. Please do tell.
I've been having dreams of the vortex. A quite big one.
Like dreams or like visions?
Visions.
That is very interesting. I'm sure my good buddy Toros would love to hear about this. He pulls out a stone and he goes, Toros, you should come down to the shop. It's very important. No, it isn't for some other enchantment. No. Listen, Toros, stop being such a downer and just get to the shop. Yeah, they're newcomers here. They have information you want. It's about the vortex. Get down here. Sorry, he's
I see
a
your
bit of
clothes.
a pessimist ever since the war. You know how they can be.
Some traumatized PTSD dude. He's just a bit of a pessimist. What a little
It's
to do.
flashback. He remembers bad things vividly. Don't.
He has an episode every once in a while. Very annoying.
I forgot to mention this. Noah, you recognize this guy.
What?
Yeah. He was the guy you saw through the
Is this
eyes
possible?
in that vision. He was the other guy, the guy who wanted to stay.
These are the warcasters.
You
with
never
the
saw
conjurer.
this one cast a spell, but yes, this was the other
This
guy
is
in
the
the
dream
vision.
with the controversial white light that we've been talking about.
Yeah, that one, the one that didn't have that light, that was a lightning bolt. Yes. He was the guy trying to stay and rescue people in the vision. The one that you could see through the eyes of the other person.
So I was in the other person's pot. So if I could see him, then I was in whoever Teo is, or Taurus, you're Teo. Toraz, whoever that is, could have been the person whose head I was in.
Could have been.
Could have been. Fascinating.
Huge.
It's huge.
My buddy, Toros, he's on the council. I am not, because I am not a spellcaster, and, well, it's Island of Maze is what you get to do. But, I get to build things, so it's
You are
good
not.
trade.
You're not a spellcaster?
No, I do not have spells. I have my buddy Toros. He's spellcaster.
So you make things, but no magic.
Well, I mean, I have studied the arcane and I understand how it works with contraptions, and I can take something that has been enchanted and implement it to make cooler things. But no, mainly I'm just an engineer.
You can't enchant things yourself at all.
No, but I know a really good enchanter. His name is Toros. He is my friend. He hates me sometimes. He
W
loves it.
Toros.
The thing is, whenever I make things, they seem to have magic qualities embedded in them, almost.
Are you an artificer?
I believe so. I've never directly confirmed it.
I am confirming it.
Well, thank you. An artificer. Could I ever come to your workshop, maybe?
Of course.
And-
I have loved to talk of trade. I am loved the trade. It is good fun of mine.
Excuse me.
Yes, little man.
What
Whoa.
is Torres gonna do?
Well, he is on the council. He will take you to the council.
Oh, my apologies.
Did I not say that? I thought I said that.
You said that.
Did he? He
Oh,
did?
good.
How do I miss these things, guys? I'm just
Sorry,
like,
sorry.
It's,
Our halfling friend here has short-term memory loss along with long-term memory loss. I don't know how he lives.
Apparently, memory loss is a big theme these days. I don't know what's up with these kids and memory loss,
You
but
remember last-
All the cool kids have memory loss.
so I've been
Epidemic.
told.
If you don't have memory loss, you ain't having fun.
I
Is
have
there a lot
Wait.
of people with memory loss?
no.
no,
I
no,
don't
no,
know
no,
why.
don't hold up. I'll post something. It'll be hilarious.
Notifications muted. Hang on. Okay.
Was that a meta joke? Or is there an actual in-campaign memory loss epidemic?
He said he didn't know why he said it.
Okay, cool.
He can't remember. He
It's
also
an
has memory
epidemic.
loss.
He doesn't
Making
remember.
sure
He doesn't remember.
Just making sure there's not
Why'd
like
you
a
say
thing
that?
going on.
Winton's
Say
platinum.
what?
Jeez. Try hard.
I'm gold 1.
The guy just blacks out for a second.
Okay. So do you guys just sit around and wait for a minute?
I'm looking at his stuff. Goodness sake. I'm poking around this workshop.
He notices you poking
Can I walk
around.
over and be like, is he, theoretically speaking, is he the man that I would talk to that I need to make 100 gold piece glass eye arcane focus?
Doesn't
I will
enchant.
not be talking to this man.
He doesn't make magical things, and that would be something more of an arcane creation. He just fixes things and can implement already enchanted things. He's not an artificer. He just has the artesian background and the skilled feat and a few other feats, and is just really skilled.
So could he make something like the ring of spell slots
No, that's an enchanted
or whatever
item.
the hell?
Ring of Spell Storage is an enchanted item.
But what if something had spell storage on it and he put it in a ring?
No, you would enchant the ring with that enchantment, and then the
Oh,
ring
okay,
would be the ring
okay.
of spell storage. Arguably, you could make a staff of spell storage. It's just whatever you put the enchantment on. Think of it like he can take the equivalent of making an electronic device, and the electricity is the magic. So he can make a device that harnesses the magic like it is electricity, but technically he can't create the magic. He just knows how to harness it.
Bro has the copper wires, not the generator.
Precisely. He has everything but a generator, and he knows how to make a generator. He just can't because he doesn't use magic. He doesn't have it.
He's not a generator technician.
Right. Well, kind of, but no. He has all the pieces for the generator.
I
except
understand.
for,
I
like,
understand.
the
I
fuel.
understand. You don't have to keep reiterating.
I will. Okay. Noah, he sees you poking around. He goes, "These are different projects for clients that I'm helping."
I just find it fascinating. I'm not gonna touch anything.
No, it's fine. Look around. If I didn't want people to touch it, they wouldn't be out here. Well, I mean, please don't mess it up. But like, if I was worried about, I think you get my point.
Mm-hmm.
After you guys, Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No.
I was just gonna say I'll be waiting around.
Okay. As you guys are waiting around, eventually, a wood elf walks in. Okay, what do you want? And he goes, well, these new friends that have just arrived have some very important information for the council and news that you would probably be very interested in hearing, from my understanding. Okay, and your point being, I need to speak with them now. I was in the middle of a meeting. Just hear them out. And as you look at this, sorry, I was reading the wrong one. The wood elf, he has these dark blue robes, and you can see just barely. He has like 2 book holsters, like right here on the inside of his robe, with 2 book in each holster. He has a scar that runs down diagonally across his eye. Sorry, inverted. Like pretty much like this, and his eye, his left one, not his right one, is like all whited out. He's blind. Think like Nick Fury's eye almost. And he goes, "All right, if you could give me a quick rundown so I know that you're not wasting the whole council's time."
I've been getting visions of, well, several things really, but namely the vortex, a very, very big one.
Like a big.
Bigger than a building. It took up as far as I could see.
And where is it?
I'm not exactly sure, but I know it's being guarded. There's people in high places of power trying to figure out what it is or what's causing it, I think.
Are you implying that the kingdom has control of this?
They could.
And that's it. They have a giant vortex.
I also have this pendant
Do you show it?
that
to me?
yeah, I'm wearing it. It's just here. I also have this pendant.
How did you get that?
I got it from a man who died in a tavern.
So he's dead. Okay, yep, all of you, come on. And he just walks out the door.
As we're moving, I'm gonna. Can I quick say something to Jack? I like as she's saying all this, and I'm gonna like whisper, "Did you know all this?" Like talking to Jack.
The visions? Yeah, I knew about them.
You really should talk to us more.
As you guys are, as he says to follow him out the door, Zakia goes,
You know I get visions.
Zakia goes, the man who died is a bit of a touchy subject. Just keep that in mind. I'll be here if you need anything. Okay, bye. And he slips back into his back room.
As we're walking back, I'm gonna look at Sanric and be like, our situations are really similar. Do you have visions?
Oh man, this is like an Uno reverse. I didn't tell them about mine.
You hypocrite!
Oh no.
Also,
gonna
you should
just,
communicate more.
Why is Whisk in the staff now?
I'm,
Also, Whisk has
I'm,
not gone back in the staff. He has been causing
kinda
all sorts of
figured.
chaos.
I kind of figured I just left him. I'm gonna just like do an awkward laugh and be like, yeah, actually. And just like look straight ahead.
I'm not gonna say a word. Just.
And then I'm gonna
Just
just
gonna-
like after he doesn't say anything for like 3 seconds, he's like, "Okay, I had a vision about the. I had a vision. It was very weird. I think it was whatever the Elder Grove is. Talk to me." And I'm gonna like pull down, like show my neck, gesturing to just like doing like this. It took my necklace. Do you say anything, Jack?
Your necklace. What? Yeah, sorry. You said it took your necklace. One of the cats is having a fucking panic attack or something. Sorry.
Real.
Relatable.
It's gonna happen. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine now. You said it said that the Elder Grove took your necklace. I have no clue what your necklace looked like.
He's been
I didn't
waiting.
even.
It's the chest
Has it been-
necklace.
Oh,
We
the
know
We had
chest
an
necklace.
entire. We had
Oh,
the entire scene about
Yeah,
it.
he broke it.
Wiscom got
Broke it,
a got
I had it
Whisk got a
Granted, it's been a long time. I'll give you that, but
what's the word I'm looking for? Whisk got
Sorry.
kicked out of his home, and he's upset about it.
Remember, I had it for a
Sorry.
second, and like, you can't lose that.
The thing that
I'm
no
not
one
even
but
gonna
Whisk could open.
I didn't even know that it broke until like an hour ago when we spoke of it back then. It's not in Nick's notes. It didn't happen.
That's from my memory.
That's crazy.
s- why did he break your chest necklace?
he didn't.
He took it. What's going on?
He took it. It didn't break.
Well, why did
Anyway.
he take it?
He said that the land was corrupted. It needed cleansing. That I needed to cleanse it before I could.
You just muted yourself, I think.
Hey, Ruben.
Nothing.
Not convinced Ruben knows what this means.
Devin died.
Devin, now! Devin!
Yeah, mid dialogue is rough.
Tell me about
I
it.
get stonewalled for the next 5 minutes.
Hello?
Welcome to
There
my
we go.
life. Devin!
The frick. What did I leave off on?
That the land was corrupted.
Oh yeah. Did I'm trying to remember. It didn't say that it was a seed in there, did it? It just said before you can complete your task.
You've seen it. Whisk
Clean them.
opened it for you.
That's true. Ugh, I need. This is okay. It said that I needed to. I'll just say it said that I needed to cleanse the land and took my necklace. That there was a corruption that needed to
And
be
what do you-
removed.
What do you think that corruption is?
Your guess is as good as mine. I just figured it was the system in place. That if I ever... I'm trying to remember how much I know. Do I know that I need to plant it? Yeah, I don't.
You just have it, and you're like, what the dog doing? And then it was taken away, and you're like, what?
This is such an awkward... I gotta go back through so many different sessions as to what I know.
I don't know. I got a pretty solid grip on what's going on.
Yeah. He said
And
before I
memory
could
loss is
complete...
crazy.
I'm not sure. It
Tell
just
me
said
about it.
Before I could complete my mission, I needed to cleanse the land, and then it took it from me.
You don't know what your mission is, I assume.
Well, my mission now is to cleanse whatever this corruption is.
From the front, Toros goes, it's probably just wild guess here, but most likely whatever the freak the governments are doing, the whole kingdom problem, just a wild guess. He says
Being
all this
kind
without turning around, mind you. He just says all this without turning around, still a few paces ahead of you guys.
Can we overhear
Uh,
the conversation? they're
Yeah,
having?
just kind of awkward that he overheard it. I'm gonna be like, oh, yeah, that was kind of my guess too.
Sandra was open up to me. That was pretty personal right there. For him to just eavesdrop all of it.
You guys are talking while walking with him. Would you want me? High perception is gonna be a high perception, man.
Anyway, so, yes, I guess I should have probably told you that too.
Yeah, we can talk about our visions later. There's more than one, and it's gonna take a while to explain all of it.
No, if you want
I'm
to make
just
an
gonna
intelligence
nod
check with
my head.
advantage.
Intelligent.
Yep.
With advantage. advantage.
Mhm.
9.
With advantage?
I said 9.
Okay. Okay.
Would you like the 6 instead?
Okay. That's all. Thank you.
You can't get too upset with us.
No,
for
that's
not
all.
sharing.
Continue.
Not
That's
you.
it.
I am. Can't.
Oh, you're
I'm talking to
continuing.
you.
Okay. Oh.
You can't get too upset with us for not sharing our dreams when you didn't tell us about yours.
Oh, now everyone's in on this conversation. Dang!
Dreams.
He took
Um,
my dream journal. Send it to
Ow! Ah!
uh,
I'm gonna rip this off the freaking ceiling. I cannot express to you the anger this thing brings me.
That's amazing. I need that as a
What?
gift.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl reel's hard.
Please continue.
what exactly did you say again?
You can't
So
be
much
upset
happened.
about them not sharing.
Yeah. I guess that's fair. Like I did with Jack, I just nod.
And
By the way, is Th-
Add it to
Therath?
the counter.
Therath? Therath?
Teo, yeah.
Teo?
But yeah, it's Teo, but like the full name is Teoras or what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Parents.
Is he just following us?
Yeah, he's with you.
Yeah. He's
said-
listening.
You said to go with you guys.
You said
He's
you
in his
can
mouth
come
shut.
with, and so we did. Yeah. He's just there.
Okay.
He's tailing.
All
We're
right.
here, just watching all of this go down.
By about this
Yeah.
time, you guys have reached the town hall essentially, and Toros opens the door and like pushes both double doors open, and just leads you straight through, and goes to leads you through a series of halls and then opens another door and leads you all into a room with 8 other people in it, like sitting around a table discussing things. And as he enters, they all like stop talking and like turn and look. He goes, "Well, here's the people with the thing about the vortex. We'll have them explain the whole story now that we're all here." And he goes and he takes a seat at the 9th empty chair there.
Is it like circular?
Not as
Huh?
excited as that other is.
Is it like circular?
It is, but like they've kind of like moved so that like they can all see you and like are all looking at all of you guys as the council is listening.
Well, I guess I'm Noah Lane, my brother Jack, and our friends Sanric and Teo. About a month ago, I'd say, I started getting visions that I'm sorry?
The armored ones.
Oh, and Kedek, Chase, Carl. I think that's all of us.
Yeah, that's it.
About a month ago, I started getting visions that I believe to be of the future. At the same time, my brother here started getting visions that he believes to be of the past. One of the main dreams that I've had, I saw the vortex. It was this huge, bigger than a building. It took up, as far as I could see, there was a man there who seemed very intent on finding out. There was, in a different dream, he was trying to track down a meteor that had fallen to Earth and created a second vortex, which we've seen in person. And I also have this pendant here that seems to block any sort of divination.
So as you pull out the pendant,
you immediately gain, like, they're all listening, but now you have their undivided attention when you pull out the pendant. Toros goes, "What do you mean trying to figure out? What was he trying to figure out about this vortex? What did he want with it?
I
And who is he?
Well-
Do you know who he is? Who is this guy?"
I wasn't able to see his face because I was seeing through his eyes. He was wearing very heavy armor
Huh.
and seemed to be in control of whatever group he was talking to. He didn't talk about. I didn't hear what he was saying more as I felt the presence of the vortex and how it was calling out to magic.
Interesting. And his visions are of similar.
I wouldn't
What?
say they're
No.
similar.
Well, explain what you're seeing here. Explain. And he's like gesturing to Jack to get Jack to speak.
Oh, so I see what I believe to be is my past memories. Detail that my sister failed to mention is about a month ago. We woke up in the middle of a plains with nothing much but the names of our names and our parents' names, and that we were family.
And
And I believe my visions to be the past of what has happened or what I've seen happened or something along those lines.
Interesting. And do you know what causes these visions that you get? What do you have any idea of how or what their purpose is?
We were
The
hoping-
voice in my head tells me. No, I'm joking.
We were hoping someone on
Um,
the sky would help us figure that out.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's very limited information. Do you have anything we can go off of? Anything?
It seems there's a common reassurance at towards the end of my dreams that say, what is it? Hold on, I gotta go look at my things.
I think I quickly mind linked Jack and just. Do we tell them that we died?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that happened.
The thing at the end of my my visions or dreams, it commands me to protect this. Does the orb of magic I see in my dreams look like the vortex?
It's the same. Looks to be made of the same energy, except for it's solid and a solid orb of confined energy, where the vortex is this like knot of magic trying to reseal itself. Same energy though, yes.
It shows me a more refined version of the vortex, and it commands me to protect it.
You notice one of the members of the council, a golden dragonborn, is just kind of like sitting there in thought. And he speaks out and he goes, "Do you have a name for anything?"
I've been told the name.
Is it Magus? Is that what you're trying to remember?
Magus. My bad. Magus. My bad.
Magus. Drops die on floor, lands on foot, hurts because die is made of rock. I might be able to help shed some light on that whole ordeal. But that is for another time. There's still information to be had. Toros goes, yes. The amulet, how did you get it?
I There was a man in a tavern. He gave it to me right before he died.
Why was the
He
man in the
appeared-
And
tavern?
like,
He appeared out of nowhere. Seemed to be some sort of teleportation.
Why would he teleport to a tavern in the middle of nowhere?
He was
He was-
muzzled.
on mine link.
Talking about an asylum?
You are
Yes,
here?
Actually, no.
Yes. That is the official name of the encampment, the Arcane Asylum.
Let's
Um,
go. Write that down.
Why was he in the
Something
tavern?
hijacked it.
What do you mean hijacked it?
I don't know. That's what he said. He said something hijacked his teleport.
So he succeeded then.
Well, he was in another dream I had right before we met him officially, in which he was about to teleport, in which he was hoping, I assumed, to bring it here.
Yes, that amulet was a part of it. I took his place on the council after we presumed him dead. Now that we have confirmed that, it is very upsetting. But that amulet is what he died for, because that is what will turn the tide.
What is it? If you don't mind me asking.
You don't know what it does yet? Have you not used it?
I've done my own research.
How could
Blocks all divination magic. No one can scry on you, look upon you, see you through divination.
how could that change the tide of this war?
Because are you this thick? They have magic.
Damn.
Have you not noticed that? Have you not figured that out?
The government's been smuggling magic
You have to be
artifacts.
mean about it. Jeez.
David, you know
The
government's been smuggling
Dragonborn
magic
goes,
artifacts.
apologies for my friend. He is a very straight to the point kind of person. Don't sugarcoat it. Yes, they have. Have you not noticed that no one seems to care about this war? That no one seems to have been bothered by the fact that thousands died?
We're starting to get that.
I've been gone for the majority after the war ended.
All of you have lost your memory? I doubt that.
Well,
The four of us here, not the three in the back, but they don't remember
Chase
much.
is just like, no, I noticed. Cadix just like, haven't been around. Carl goes, I'm not from here, actually. And they all like shoot a look at Carl. What? Yes, I am from wrong notes. Frick. I am from Enubilis, and I am here to figure out what the freak is wrong with your continent. Can we trust him?
He seemed to be pretty trustworthy from what we can tell.
He
Okay.
has no ill
If
intention.
you would mind waiting outside. What was your name? Carl? Carl. Do me a favor. Please wait outside. We will have a whole discussion with you later on, and we will discuss with you what the freak is wrong with our continent, as you put it. So, thank you. At this point, there's a man with like fire for hair. And he like turns and looks at Toros and goes, "Okay, can you just take 2 notches down? You are not the head of this council." Thank you. And Toros like steps back almost and goes, and then the guy with the hair, red hair, flaming hair goes, "Okay, I'm sorry for all the confusion. This is a very interesting predicament we are in. And you are a very interesting group. Would you mind giving us the amulet? The whole reason we sent
Krasnos to go and acquire it was so that we could create more. That is the only one in existence that we have been able to find. Thank you. He takes that and he gives it to Toros and goes, "We have this covered. Go take this to your friend. We'll take it from here." Toros just like mumbles and walks out. I don't know why I let him ramble all the time. Anyway,
So, if divination, excuse me, sorry, knowing I spoke out of turn. If this amulet could change the tides of the ward, I take it that what would we need a name for these guys?
what guys?
Accounts? What guys?
The kingdom,
The
Oh, we don't.
The government?
the kingdom.
It's the kingdom. I slip and say government, but it's supposed to be kingdom.
I'm not
Yeah.
a big fan of the government.
Dirty.
So the kingdom has been watching you guys.
Well, due to the natures of the dome, they can't actually see in here or figure out where this is unless someone tells them and then they cross the border. No magic can go in or out from where we are. So any sending spells outside or off the island will not be sent unless you are outside of the dome. You cannot teleport into the dome. It is a very secure spot that we have spent a very long time creating. And it should be permanent unless dispelled, but that would take some hefty magic.
But you haven't been able to amass any power outside because of...
We are still trying to get more numbers. A majority of the population here doesn't want to fight because they saw what has happened, and they know that we aren't going against just men with swords and bows. There are rival spellcasters out there. We don't know how many, but we have run into a few.
Okay, alright.
Usually there's
Interesting.
one per group of few guards in the disguise, but they're still there. We are trying to amass numbers. We have been reaching out to various locations, sending out scouts when we can. Fortunately, everyone that is living here is at least willing to donate something, either their time, resources, or even help just get food for our effort. But I'd say a good only third of our population here is actually a part of the resistance.
Could I ask a question?
Of course.
Do you think you have a chance?
With this amulet, I am more hopeful than I was yesterday.
Well, go ahead.
I've seen the fighting on the front lines. You guys seem to lose more people than you bring back. Are you worried about your numbers dropping too low?
We are worried about a many number of things. This is a war, after all. We are trying our best, but we will not go down without a fight. Something is wrong within the kingdom. And it is more than just them portraying us that are proficient in the arcane as evil. There is something... I feel like that is a cover, that there's something more happening. But I cannot see, apparently the way you can. It is intriguing.
I have a request, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
If I could join the resistance.
Of course, I mean, we were gonna ask you to join. Or at least donate something. But if you have these visions of the future, being able to predict the events, knowing what's going on, being where you're at currently, your skill sets might prove extremely useful.
I can't control it. It happens in my dreams. I don't know what triggers it.
You can't control it yet.
You think you have a way that you could channel it?
I have no idea what's going on, but I'm sure you could figure something out. I am being optimistic. Not a lot of us here are. And he like glares over to Toros's seat. I am trying to be hopeful. From what I can tell, it sounds like there is something else at work between the two of you. If you are receiving visions and memories, something is giving you that. That is not something you just have innately. That is not just some ability you were born with. Not even sorcerers, and he motions to one of the humans behind him, have that ability. And they're born with that magic. The human he motioned to has like these like blue scales like up his neck and like onto half of his face. And he's just like drumming his arm, which has blue scales down it. He's like drumming his fingers on the table, and he just kind of like huffs. It's like, okay, yeah, whatever.
It feels worth mentioning that the visions, as far as we know, only came after our death. We were killed in the war, executed for being mages.
Do you know how you got brought back?
No,
Was
but
it immediate?
we know. We don't know. We don't think so.
Well, if you were killed during the war and you woke up, how many months ago? It is not at the same time.
Then after the war.
So something brought you back. And at that very specific moment,
It started the visions. It started other things, but mostly the visions.
well, Gilshaz, would you mind? The golden dragonborn stands up and he goes, yes, I think I know what's going on. Magus is a deity. Very specifically, he is what controls magic. If anything, he is the Aether himself. It is a part of him, and he is a part of it. Before there were rules to magic, he was forced to redefine it because we went too far. But if Magus is speaking to you directly, then something must have happened. I ask, are you both spellcasters? Do you have magic?
Yes.
Nods head.
To what capabilities? Do you know?
I'm an artificer.
Okay, that almost makes sense. Where does your magic come from?
Before, I don't believe anybody ever told me I was a warlock.
No one has. Unless
But
you see it together on your own.
Being the big brain I am, with wizarding-ish background, I think Jack could be able to put two and two together.
Based off the information you have? Maybe.
Magic from God? Hold on. Only paladins and clerics can do that. And one other group.
Eldritch Blast! I think he's a paladin.
I ain't seen no holy man be casting no Eldritch Blast like I do. I don't know about this.
I don't know. Paladin multi-class in the Warlock?
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, because they have the same spell casting modifier.
Jack would put two together. It's like I believe I'm a warlock now that I'm piecing it together.
A Warlock for Magus. And he turns and looks at a high elf that's sitting at the table. No, never mind. You're not similar enough to me. Every single one of us here on this council is a spellcaster of a different form. To get input from all. All 9 of us. We do have a warlock among us, but not from Magus. In fact, wow,
Never mind, he does know. It's like,
that's a natural 20 on a religion check. I don't think
Oh.
Magus has ever had a warlock before.
I mean, he controls the Aether, why would he need one?
Very rare to find a cleric or a paladin that serves him either. Interesting.
I'm gonna look to the group real quick and be like, because that was just a. Are you guys gonna be joining too?
I'll help any way we can.
Sure.
I'm gonna be a little shocked. Oh.
Stop it! Frick. Okay, we're good.
And yeah, I'll just be a little like, thank you. Looking over at Jack. Are you gonna be joining too?
Oh, no, then I have to be in.
The fire.
I'm just gonna be like a little. Sorry,
No,
I'm
you're
gonna be like a little relieved. Like, oh, good. I thought I was doing that alone.
Kadak goes, I didn't sign up for war. I'm just trying to learn how to smith. I think I'll just stay here and see if their blacksmith knows anything. And Chase goes,
I have prior obligations, but
if you don't mind, I would like to talk with you guys when we're done with this initial conversation. Referring to the council, not you guys.
Good.
Oh.
The fire genasi goes,
well, then,
of course. And what is your story, by the way, pointing to Teo and Sanric? Heard a lot about these two. Why are you here?
I'm gonna look over at you. Look over at Teo and being like, who wants to go first?
You can.
Sorry, my name's Sanric. I actually would kind of like to have a request. I've learned through different sources and things that I was in the war. I fought. I was stupid and I apologize, but I fought against the. We called them sparklers at the time, but magic
Yes,
users.
that is the discriminatory term that they use, but it's actually quite entertaining. And he does a little wave with his hand. There's a flare of fire from his hair, and a little prestidigitation of fireworks come out from his hand.
I'm gonna be like a little nervous because I kind of I'm kind of scared a little bit because I'm saying I fought for the other side, so I'm like gonna awkwardly laugh like, yeah. But I think I got something happened and I got took into the Fey realm. And I did a lot of stuff there. I think I have a friend and I'm gonna kind of like awkwardly be like, oh dang, I wish Whisk was here.
Whisk has been
Oh.
circling the chamber this entire time, but every
Oh,
single person has been ignoring him, and he's getting a little annoyed that he can't bother anyone because everyone's been ignoring him because they've been too focused on what's going on. He's just been trying to cause chaos and has been getting ignored time and time again.
And I made a friend named Whisk, but I forgot about our time there. I forgot everything there, but I know bits and pieces, and I know I forgot. And I was gonna ask, could you give me my memories back?
Personally, I cannot. But my buddy, Gilshaz over here, he's a cleric. He'll help you. The Dragonborn goes, I serve the Wild Mother. I'll be happy to assist.
I'm gonna perk up, like, almost expecting, like, I was gonna get a no. Really?
Well,
You can give me my memories back.
you can certainly try. I don't know the nature of it, but Fey magic is very fickle and sometimes it's not fun.
Is he, like, gesturing me over?
No, no, he just said he could do it. The Fire Genasi goes, if you don't mind my asking, where is your magic from? Zeus.
We called them druids.
Oh, you're from a grove.
The war. I am not.
You're not from a
You
grove?
see, I think all I know is I went to the Feywild, and I came out as a druid.
Hmm.
I just had the abilities. I
Makes
don't
sense.
know where they came from or how I learned them.
Interesting. That's interesting. What? Are you from a grove? Sorry, I just got flashed.
Dang.
Keep your shirts on.
If I am, it was probably from the Feywilds.
But are you from a grove? Like, do you know druids?
No, I do not.
You don't know any of them.
I'm gonna shake my head.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Where do you hail from?
Oh, what's the name? I know the shadow. I come from a little village called Willowshade on the main continent.
Willowshade. And he turns to a tiefling. This one's red. Agos, Willowshade, is that not? And he goes, I think, or she, sorry. I misread my notes. That's an F, not an F. She goes, there's a grove near there. We've lost contact with them, though. Not that it's easy with the dome and all, but... Yes.
There is? I never knew of one.
There's one not far from there. Yes.
Oh.
The Fire Genasi turns back and goes, well, we have been trying to contact and get more people to our cause, and
we have been trying to find more druids. Their skills are very handy. We have lost contact with the groves. We know that they were still around for a while. I think that will be your first assignment. If all of you are willing to do this, I think going to find that grove would be your best course of action.
Really? I could see my village again too. I would be much appreciative if that were true.
Yes. And you? What are you doing here? Why are you here?
Well, I was traveling with a bunch of wizards, and they left me here. As for why I want to join the rebellion, I'm supposed to be doing something, but I'm not sure what. And this feels like a step in the right direction.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I don't know how we can help you with that. Well, I don't think there's anything left you could help us with unless you have information that you have left out that you think would be of use. We will
Is
discuss.
that to everyone?
Yeah, it's to everyone. We will discuss what you have brought to us and our next best course of action. Go enjoy our little village, and then once you're ready, go and find that that grove. We need their numbers. Here, and he pulls a stone and he throws it to one of you. Whatever one's the Sanric. He throws you a stone, similar to the one that that Zakia had. That is a sending stone. I will make sure that that one stays up and linked. Every day at, let's say, dusk, until the dusk passes, you will be able to contact me with that stone.
Thank you.
Any other time, and I will be within the dome.
We'll make sure to contact you if we need anything.
Please use it sparingly.
Man. I'm gonna try to I don't know how else to say this. But will you consider giving me my memories back?
The dragon goes, "Oh, of course. We're in the middle of we'll get to that in
Yeah.
Next
I'm gonna
episode.
it's on the docket.
awkwardly be like, oh, yes, of course. I'm sorry. Just like kind of slink away.
If that is all, you are free to go. You did say you had something you want to talk about, and Chase goes, yes, I do. And he turns to you guys and goes, you don't need to be here for this. We'll be parting ways for now anyway. Good luck on your journeys.
Oh. Well, nice being with you for the time we were.
We'll see each other again.
It was a pleasant boat ride.
It was a pleasant... No, he was with us for a few days.
Yeah, well, a day and a half, 2 days, a day, 3/4.
3 days.
The boat ride was. Oh yeah, he was there for the whole because of the waiting period. Yeah. It was
Yeah.
almost 5 days. You're fine. So, what are y'all doing?
We're out of time, aren't we?
Well, I mean, are you gonna stay? Where do we want to end? Do we want to end in the chamber? Or do we want to end?
We're ending in the chamber.
Well,
Why not?
okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. We're outside of the building, inside of the building.
Yeah. Well, had like a couple quick things, but that's fine. Okay. Do you want to stop here, or because we're gonna have like a 2, maybe 3 week, depending on how time works, break here?
Oh my gosh, I forgot.
Do you want to go a little bit longer just to tie up quick loose ends so memories aren't forgotten?
They're
I'm
gonna be
kinda
forgotten
tired.
either way.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm kind of
I think if we wait to do the quick things, it'll actually be a better refresher than you think.
Okay.
Nick's notes does not.
Yeah,
Whoa! That's not Nick.
I think it might be better if we like when we start up again to be like exploring the village real quick and talking to people and stuff like that, and kind of jog our memories. Because I don't want to explore the village and then proceed to absolutely forget about everything.
There's a pun hidden in this village. There's multiple puns hidden in this village.
It's called the Arcane Asylum. What do you mean?
There are so many puns hidden within this village.
Oh no, no.
What do you mean?
There's
Get that?
there's so many puns and references. Some of them are very blatant and like, seriously, what's wrong with you? And then some of them are hidden.
The Arcane.
I don't worry. I won't remember Jack all.
There's like, oh, it's the town jester named Joker. Ah.
All of Batman reference. The entire thing is a Batman reference.
It's not what it was. I looked.
That's where mine-
Asylum was found.
Goes out at
because
night and goes, "I am justice."
Asylum has multiple definitions, and I was going for like safe haven as a synonym.
It works.
I think-
It's fine. You did name it Arkham Asylum.
Arcane aside. It's like we're going down the street and then one of the townspeople is just
not
like,
intentional.
"You promised me this order, you two-faced liar."
How many Batman villains can you reference in the next episode?
None. None.
Didn't even name it like that on purpose.
No,
Like, I got a mighty itch. I might have gotten poison ivy.
Devin, we will add to that counter. Oh, jeez.
For Mackenzie's knowledge, there is a counter for how many times Devin gets kicked while we're streaming,
Nice. Okay.
which is
Okay.
what the Devin counter was made for.
I will have you know that the forge is called the Three
qualified.
Hammers. The herbalist tent doesn't have a sign because it's a tent. Their enchanting place has a sign that says "enchant this" with an exclamation point at the end. The clothing store says Tailor's Cloaks. Tailor as in spelled like the name. And yes, it's a tailor. And yes, her name is Taylor.
Perfect.
You're welcome.
She saw an opportunity.
She saw an opportunity and she
She took it.
Like, did. She ran.
And
with it.
then the store that sells arcane items, like for spells stuff, is called the Arcane Focus. Yes, it's a clever pun. Yes, it sells spell supplies. No, it's not really clever,
I was like,
but I wanted to
don't-
put that in the notes anyway. I'm
There's
reading.
nine
I'm
clever
reading what the notes say, like in the parentheses and everything.
the arcane focus.
I will, for the sake of you guys, because I'm not gonna explain all this to you. Enjoy that. The levels I probably should have deleted, but it's fine.
It's not like it's gonna be a big difference.
Don't fuck with those guys.
Holy balls. Wow.
Would have names, clearly.
Um,
Why is the sorcerer so... The divination wizard. Holy crap.
no.
They have a fucking support warlock.
That's cool.
The poor warlock.
That's what Celestial is.
Okay.
No, because I was debating on which one I should go into based on our group, and then, yeah. Then Evan was like, "Win, and I'm gonna go support." And then you were also like, "I'll support."
And then you
This
can
one.
also
I'm like,
have this
"Damn, we
from
have
my
no
notes.
damage." Yo, these are some next level notes.
You
Make notes for my other session.
I spend so much
So-
time on these things. I literally texted Riley today and I was like, "Hey, if you walked into a town full of that is ran by only spellcasters, what would you expect the shops to be?" And that's how Taylor was made.
Yeah, you only took one of the things I sent you.
I already had the other things.
Enchant this, dude.
There's no potions.
That's my
here.
favorite one. I don't know why I like that.
Oh, potions are mixed in with arcane
I went off
focus.
of potion makers and jewelers for like half a paragraph.
Okay, yeah, they would have a jewelers. Arcane focus is where is like a mix of all of those things, but only a little bit of everything. It's like a kind of catch-all for anything arcane focus.
Hear me out. The jeweler's name is Trevor.
That was sick. Deep cut.
The next,
Better.
you know what? I'll add it to my notes. I'll go down to my extra NPCs.
And he is an older brother.
Trevor the
What's the brother's name? Galen?
Yeah, actually, it would be Kaylin. Yeah, that's
in my
They didn't
extra
have any of them.
NPCs. There is a name called Trevor the Jeweler. When that comes into play, it'll come into play.
is his last name Windrider.
I'll make
Shut
sure it comes in. I'm
No,
gonna start making him.
I'm gonna make
this.
Devin make the village because it's his hometown.
Ooh.
Keep that in mind, Devin.
I
can
had
do
no
that.
choice in our village. I had no input.
Do you want input?
We can't change it now.
Did you have something that you wanted in there? The only reason I had her make it was because she texted
Had you
me
asked,
and said, "Make this." Like, can I do something? And I was like, "Make this." I'm too busy at work to do it right now.
had you asked me, I would have thought of maybe some things. Do I have anything off the top of my head? Absolutely not.
You know what's terrible? In my lore, I was raised by everyone in the village, so I have to make names and things.
That's
for
why
people.
you're doing it.
It takes a village, man.
Gonna be
Also,
like
is your
Auntie
village
Grace.
not a grove?
No,
I
no,
thought
he's gonna go.
I thought
He's
your
gonna go into
village-
ChatGPT and be like, "Hey, give me a bunch of names for a
don't care.
village."
As long as it makes sense, and he proofreads it and fixes all the grammatical errors.
I get like a 4 names.
It's true,
I gotta have like
I think.
an Uncle Jace, an Auntie Grace. I could make them all have the similar name because we're like it's like a
Devin.
shire.
Devin,
You
So
can
it's
just
like
your
all
own-
cringy and the same.
Devin,
We got Grace,
Devin,
Ace,
Devin,
Chase.
Devin,
Spoilers.
Devin. I thought your village
We can
was...
add another one.
Devin. I thought your village was a grove. Was it not? Because you fought druids in the war.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also thought you were from a grove.
I thought you
I-
told me you were from a grove.
I have never said I'm from a grove.
Okay.
I'm gonna read my background real quick.
I in my background, if it says Grove, I apologize
Well,
hugely.
a
'cause
town of,
I do
like-
not.
Okay, so like just like a collection of druids is a grove.
In my head, I apologize. I looked at it like just like a shire of sorts, but more like a small village.
But is it of druids mainly?
No.
It just happened to
I would-
have like a couple in there.
He was hunting druids in his own hometown.
No, he just got kicked.
Well,
by
okay,
one.
I did want to
clicked on
have like
Teo. Why did
the
I click on
reason I
Teo?
see where it's coming from
Same
because
one.
I did say we were connected to nature and
You told me very
and stuff like
specifically
that.
druid at least once in your notes. That's why I thought. Willow Shade, orphan, blah blah blah. Deeply connected to nature. Yeah. Okay.
it's just I wanted that connection as to why I would go down that route, but I
okay.
never.
That's fine. They're still, you fought druids, did you not?
I did.
Okay. Yeah.
I believe, didn't I make the person who banished me a druid?
You did. That's why I thought you were from a grove.
This is bad. This is crazy.
It's fine. You being near a grove works just as well. It's okay.
These cats are meowing, and it's freaking me out.
Meow.
Shut up.
Sandrick, when he sees a scary
Nobody
guy.
cares, Tommy. Go back to sleep.
That's wild.
Okay.
No D&D next week,
Or the week after.
obviously.
2-week
Alright.
break at minimum. That's why I
Okay.
was curious if you wanted to go another half hour or so.
I am.
I would if I
very
was
tired.
home.
That's fair.
Okay. For the sake of timing and things, I think I will have pick up. Chase will go and speak with the council, and then he will basically disappear after that. Carl will go and speak with the council, and he's going to stay on Astari for a little bit. But that's all knowledge that's about as far as knowledge as you're going to get. So I just don't need to go and roleplay those sessions because neither of you are those characters have been there.
Didn't need the name gen as much as I thought I would.
Well, we didn't talk to very many people.
Right. I expected you to like question almost everyone and ask for names.
Well, I asked one question and they were like, "You gotta go talk to these people."
Well, you mentioned very crucial information right off rip, and then showed the amulet that everyone was like, "Oh dang,
And then they
I
weren't
didn't
excited.
do that.
huh?"
What?
And then they weren't excited for a very long time. They're
Well,
like, and this is important because that one guy.
it was a very
They were like, "You know the vortex? Go talk to the council." And then I talked to the council about the vortex. They don't care.
they're discussing it. They don't know what to do with the information. You just dropped a lot of information about a lot of things. And they have
Sure.
a lot more information than you do. So they're trying to connect dots that exist.
You just came up to them, gave them a prophecy, and they're like,
Right.
I
Yeah,
gave
they're
them,
like,
like,
what are
four.
we supposed to do with that?
I gave them like 4 prophecies.
Right, and now they have to figure out what any of that means mixed in with what's going on. And also Magus is now involved. That's insane. Unheard of in forever.
The council was introduced to the Layden twins.
Right. And also this
literally,
druid who
I'm
doesn't...
not gonna lie. I'm gonna point something out here. You two, Frick.
Yes.
I forget your real names. Riley and Nick. You
Yes.
two not only chose to do a dual background or a dual character thing, which is already kind of confusing and complicated, but you chose to do the most convoluted, confusing background I have ever brought up. Like,
know-
what?
Do you realize how many notes I have dedicated to them alone?
It's insane.
The problem is, me
Listen.
and Nick sat down and we were just like, "What's the most wild thing you can think of?" And that just kept bouncing off each other.
And somehow everyone else also lost their memories at the same time. I'm gonna rename Campaign 3 and D&D Beyond to the Amnesiacs.
It really all started when I said, "Should we have a tragic backstory?" And Riley replied with, "Of course."
I said, "What other answer is there?"
A tragic backstory is the rogue not having parents. What?
Hey, our parents
We
are dead.
didn't have parents either.
I would say I don't have a tragic backstory.
Yet.
I just. If I go to my village and it's like torched, I'm gonna be mad.
Here you go, guys.
You killed
I'm just
all
like,
your
after all this time, I'm just like, no.
How many cats?
How
How many
could
cats?
you?
are on
No,
the
but yeah, Evan.
This is Tommy.
If you would like, so that we don't have to do it during session, if you would like to pick a time, hopefully that I'm available to, hopefully within like this week.
Yeah.
If you want to pick a time to do your vision stuff, night vision stuff, I'm so used to the twins. If you want to pick time for your memories,
Yeah, we can do that.
we can,
I don't know if I can do it this week. Because a lot of stuff, everyone's coming up
That's
this
fair.
weekend, and I am going to be gone.
I can do
Like,
it
starting tomorrow, I'm gone.
next week, Monday, maybe Tuesday, probably. No, I can't do Tuesday. I think.
We'll find a day. Like,
And I can do Thursday, Friday.
Just call him, bro.
Well, no, I prefer to have them like do a sit down so I can have my notes and stuff. I still have the type of the notes. I haven't done any of that. So
like, the reason things are going to get confused because the guys are up, so I'm going to be doing stuff all weekend. And then right after Christmas, I'm leaving and going to Pennsylvania.
unbelievable.